up and I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so deep like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. There's no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Look at you go. Okay, you bugging. Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bugging. Look. Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that popping and shaking. Got me is a laser, my posse deep in our rating. We act a fool for the paper, had a dreaming I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the New York Jets. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
A first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Detroit! Gone! Detroit! 3-19!
Second down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. The Jets and Browns, two cellar dwellers from a year ago, and they did meet in that season, Week 5 in Cleveland.
Myles Garrett, it was his NFL debut. He got 2 sacks, but it was former Brown Josh McCown throwing 2 second-half touchdown passes to lead the Jets to the victory.
And every time I hear about the Jets and Browns playing, you know what I think about? The first ever Monday Night Football game, the Jets at the Browns. Cleveland won. I believe it was 1970.
It was indeed. I just happen to have the note here. I don't know this off the top of my head, but September 21st, 1970. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Leopard! Leopard!
43 in the mic, boy, 43. Check.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Leopard!
A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Detroit!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. To the right side, caught by Saleh. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Larry Ogunjobi coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return will stop right around the 25. Landry, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here's Bridgewater. This is Crowell on the catch. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have it.
Oh, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Here we go now. Detroit. 319. All right, now look at 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Mayfield now from the 50. He sets to fire deep. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Get set. No set.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Complete out right to Kurz. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throw left side complete. That's Powell. And he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Airing one deep for Kurz. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kurz, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Detroit! Green 39! Green 39! Over! Leopard!
First down, Mayfield. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Gun! Now let's go! Boom!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you worked on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out now come the Jets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Back to it after the pick six. Bridgewater. Anuno's got it. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They give it to Anderson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Okay, Paul, you got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the Bridgewater. Jumps off to Powell. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Bridgewater to throw it. And that is incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. 3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Denzel Ward. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now. Green, check Patriot. Green, 39. Leopard.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Now,
from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Here we go. Gotta go.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To the air again with Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Bridgewater. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Second down, Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now a handoff. Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 5. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Bridgewater letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run forward with Anderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He'll get it up the middle. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lamar Houston in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. The Browns on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Higgins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they pick up their 2nd win now on the year. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders.